Thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folani. Two subject matters today, both of them politics. Well, that's what we do most of the time, isn't it? In the first instance, in Lagos, you know, the whole matter of who the governorship candidate for APC will be has been sorted. The Governance Advisory Council, you know, I have to check that out. My guest, by the way, is Majid Jamiu, and I just quickly mentioned that because it's Governance Advisory Council or Governor Advisory Council?
Governance.
I think so.
Governance Advisory Council.
I thought so.
Yeah, GAC.
GAC. So there you go. Two birds with one stone. You just saw my guest. I don't know why the camera is still on me. I'm thinking about my guest now. Instead of them to give us, thank you very much. So
good morning.
Indeed. It's a delight to have you. Majid Jamiu, Executive Editor, Upshot Media. I was saying two subject matters today. On the one hand, we'll be looking at President Tinubu endorsing the GAC's Governance Advisory Council's choice of Deputy Governor Hamzat as Lagos APC governorship candidate. That's on the one hand. And then in the second half of the program, we'll be looking at a focus on politics and governance in Ekiti State. Our guest then will be Segun Ajibulu, APC Ekiti North senatorial aspirant. But back to the present with Mr. Majid Jamiu, Executive Editor, Upshot Media. So, MJ, what difference does it make that the GAC's advice, since it's an advisory council, it proffers advice, has now been seconded, as it were, by the president, the leader of the party, no less. The president of Nigeria, of course, but the leader of the party. So I was going to ask, does that increase or enhance Hamzat's value at the polls when the time comes?
Everything put together. I mean, it has confirmed that Hamzat is the popular choice of the party.
Okay.
And of course, I listened to Baba Tajuddin Olusi. He said he's aware that other members, some other people also have purchased forms, but their preference as members of the Governance Advisory Council, the GAC, is Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, the Deputy Governor. So, but said because he has consulted with them, they have consulted among themselves, and that has always been the case. Recall that in 2019, when Ambode was about finishing his first term, the same GAC endorsed and nominated the current governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. So, and Ambode then said, well, he wants to put his hat in the ring for the second time, for a second term. So he went to the polls as an incumbent against the preferred candidate of the GAC. Of course, we all know the result today. A candidate of the GAC trounced a sitting governor in the primary. So, with that benefit of hindsight, if I were any loyal party member, if a Sanwo-Olu, barely known then, I won't say unknown, barely known then, because of course he was, I think, MD of Lagos
LEDB,
Property and Development Corporation then. I mean, came from the GAC and defeated a strong incumbent,
yes,
like Ambode. Now, we have a deputy governor who has been there for 8 years.
Yes.
The first deputy governor in Lagos to serve 2 terms in the history of Lagos since 1999. And for, I mean, I would say it's like Kadri Obafemi Hamzat is the Mr. Clean of Lagos politics.
In fairness,
no blemish,
no controversy.
No controversy.
You know.
I mean, you can't. Of course, Sanwo-Olu has. I mean, we all know that. I mean, he attended Unilag. I mean, everybody. But for Obafemi Hamzat, a PhD holder, and a very loyal deputy to Sanwo-Olu, never for one day. I mean, the president says so. Did he have any cause to resolve any crisis amongst or between the two of them the past 7 years or thereabouts? So, for the GAC to endorse that kind of person, and there's some people, my brother, Jandor, as he said, he has collected form. My advice to him is go and meet Uncle Hamzat and say, okay, I didn't know you were in the race, so I bought form, but I think I want to step down. There is one other man.
The form, is it returnable?
No, you can't. No, you can still say, yes, I've collected form, but I don't want to, I'm not doing it again. You see, when you want, it's like Brazil playing, where you say Brazil should come and play maybe one secondary school, the full team of Brazil in its full element to come and play with the first 11 of maybe Agege high school. They can barely even afford boots safe. You will know the result. So, and there's another man from Badagry. I've forgotten his name now. I mean, he has been on TV saying that he has 25,000 party, he can mobilize 25,000 party members. Of course, he's saying he's supporting President Tinubu too. He should go and drop his form. But then they have their rights to say they want to go to primary. You know that even in the presidential race, one character in Benin has bought a form, 100 million naira. APC member, he wants to run with
Don't call him a character, because that would suggest that maybe you don't approve or anything like that.
Okay, I withdraw the character.
That gentleman.
The gentleman.
You know, has gone and bought a form.
Fantastic
100
man.
million. He's put 100 million down.
100 million.
It just goes to show you, you know, maybe we got to see the stuff he's made up. He believes in himself. But having said all that we said, that you said actually, I wanted to ask, you know, there will still be critics. Now, some critics will actually fault they will call the GAC endorsement an imposition. You know, where human beings are concerned, not everybody is going to be happy. What do you think the party should be explaining to those kind of people?
You know, I said that despite the fact that the GAC has endorsed Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, they still put a caveat. They said the primary election we hold on May 21st, which is about 21 days away. And the electoral law and the constitution and even the party, the APC, this thing allows for it used to be 3 options of a candidate emerging: direct primaries, indirect primaries, which is delegates or consensus. Now, to reduce the influence of money in party primaries, INEC, the National Assembly, in their wisdom, and INEC yanked off direct primaries, because that is when you see an aspirant, bribing delegates, dollarizing the delegate process across all parties. But, so they said, now we want to see a situation where all party members will be involved, all registered card-carrying members of the political parties will be involved in the selection of the candidates, from aspirants to candidates. So,
if the consensus option fails,
yes, the consensus option, and the moment a member or an aspirant picks a form, and you have 2 people picking a form for a position, you are going for primary. If even as the GAC has endorsed the deputy governor.
Yes.
And now we have two people.
Yes.
Jandon and the man from Badagry, Dr. Memuyon, that's his name. He has also picked from, which means there's going to be a primary, or except, of course, they withdraw from the race and decide to endorse. So it's not, I mean, yes, the GAC has taken their decision, but then, in the wisdom of anybody, in the history of Lagos, when the GAC decides, that's the person that will become a candidate and eventually the governor, because APC, I mean, Lagos is an APC state since 1999. So the moment you become a candidate of APC in Lagos, we are almost like 70% done of becoming the incoming, the elected.
The last time the primary that brought Sanwo-Olu into office finally,
yes,
you recall that
that was in 2019. That's 2019.
Yes, in 2019.
Yeah.
As he was then, he wasn't president then. The president wasn't president then. You know, he played a very active role. What I mean by the active role is, you know, a lot of active roles are not necessarily visible, but Tinubu presented himself, you recall.
Yes.
He presented himself.
Of course.
And, you know, if you wanted to support one or the other candidate, you had to line up. So Tinubu was there in the lineup for Sanwo-Olu,
yes,
that then became the governor. Who would dare, so to speak, go and line up behind anybody else?
Now that he's president.
But now that he's president, well, he doesn't know that sample, that sample back in the day, I think it's enough for everybody to sort of make their own deductions. But there still are two lion hearts, as you've just indicated, that have said that, look, just let's go.
I think the name came to my mind now is Dr. Memuyon Adjose.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Samuel Memuyon Adjose.
So this time the president is not going to do that. But you still think that it won't change anything. The lie of the ground has now been seen, and many people might even go further. President no send them, but might even go further to say that, well, it'll be like contesting against the president, since you know where the president is leaning. But sure, the president may be leaning in one direction or the other, but he still is a Democrat, and he will let democracy prevail.
Uncle Yori, the thing is, I've related with politicians enough. I've been part of them. I've been present on election day. So I know the way they think. Even when they know they will still lose, they are optimistic. They are incurable optimists. They will still believe that something somewhere will happen that will make them win, even when they know that it's almost impossible. We've had people who contest for elections, for primaries, and they score 0 votes. And they are also part of the process.
And they were 0 votes, meaning that they didn't even vote for themselves.
Yes. Because, of course, that happens under the delegate system. If you are not a delegate, you are a contestant, but then you are not a delegate, you may end up scoring 0. But that person will believe that something somewhere will just happen. We've seen pastors who go into a presidential race scoring 0. We will now wonder, does he not have church members who are part of that, who even out of pity vote for him as a delegate?
Those people are being realistic.
So, but the politician in them, and those clergy who go into polls and lose, of course, some said they will be the 16th president of Nigeria. They even emerge as a candidate.
Who mentioned Pastor Bakari's name?
Well, of course, he said so.
Because he said all those things.
Of course, he said so. So the thing is, so why I'm saying this is that when the day Honorable James Faleke tweeted that all his constituents in Ikeja federal constituency should support and campaign for
Obafemi
Hamzat. That was about 2 weeks ago. That was the day I knew that Because I'm from Ekiti. The we of Ado Ekiti is a paramount ruler in Ado Ekiti. And there is somebody they call Ologun Adele. That Ologun Adele is like when the Kabiyesi wants to speak, he speaks through that person. So they say, if you are going to see the we of Ado Ekiti, and you see the Ologun Adele, whatever it tells you, just take know that it is
you
a we
have
that
heard.
speaking. But if you still insist that you want to see a we, then you want to die. So, if the day Faleke tweeted that this is where we are going, I knew that is where the president is going. That is the body language of the president.
He didn't even need to quote it.
Where Dr. Hamzat was going, you see the likes of Koroibo or Banikolo following Dr. Hamzat.
Yes.
Ganiu Solomon following Dr. Hamzat to go and see Baba Olusi. And the icing on the cake was when Obasa, who was being touted as having governorship ambition, now said, I just came back from Abuja and the president, our father, told us to go and work with you, our incoming governor. That was it.
That was it.
And the chief of staff to the president, Femi Gbajambiamila, who also in the last 4 years has been doing a lot in Surulere, buying vehicles, building hostels. I mean, everybody saying, yes, he's preparing for governorship, said, it is Dr. Hamzat. So what else do you need? They say, Baba has not said anything. He has not endorsed. They are waiting for Baba. Now Baba has spoken. What next?
So you've spoken about this very briefly earlier, but do you think Tinubu's role in this is as a result of Hamzat's performance on the job? He's been very quiet, widely thought of as being very loyal, cerebral, but he's been self-effacing. You see that he doesn't put himself forward, at least as far as I can see, just looking at coverage. He's not been that kind of a person. So going back to the argument of those who say that they're imposing him on us, would you think that it was his performance that has earned him this spot?
I don't think there's anybody that knows Dr. Hamzat better than our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay. Okay.
Recall that he was the one that headhunted him. He was in America as a lecturer, brought him back. No, I was working in some big organizations there. Recall Dr. Hamzat introduced the Oracle system into Lagos that ensured that it's
that's the computer software
system
that Lagos State has adopted
for payroll management. That erased or almost totally erased the issue of ghost workers in Lagos.
Yeah.
And this is something that other states are now emulating, even the federal government. It's a payroll package that eliminates. So it was Dr. Hamzat that brought it into Lagos. When Asiwaju brought him then as a special advisor, he later became Commissioner for Science and Tech in the first term of Fashola. And second time, he was Commissioner for Works.
Okay.
And the roads he constructed in Lagos are still there today. So nobody is better prepared to occupy that seat today than Obafemi Hamzat, especially with the kind of experience that
exactly. Somebody said that he knows the in and outs of Lagos State administration.
According to Governor Sanwo-Olu, while introducing Hamzat, while endorsing, he said he knows where all the rooms in the office are.
That is what I was trying to paraphrase. That's a particular statement. Mr. George in Ikeja has called in. Good morning, Mr. George.
Good morning, Uncle Yari.
Thank you for calling in.
And good morning to gentleman Mojid.
Good morning,
Uncle Yari,
sir.
I was not expecting anything less. The deputy governor is, to me, a round peg in a round hole. If you look at his background and his educational background plus places he has worked before,
Okay.
Nobody will tell you that he has capacity. And from what he has been doing, people who know him told me that he's the brain behind that house, that digital house that Lagos State launched recently.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what is there? Information, digitalized information about Lagos from undersea to the sky. He has all those information at his fingertips. And when you hear him speak, and you mention anywhere in Lagos, this man knows about it. And it was a very perfect fit to Sanwo-Olu. You never, like Mojid was saying, you never heard any disagreement or rancor that you normally see with a governor and his deputy in many places. You never heard it in Lagos. In spite of all he carries within, he submitted himself as a loyal deputy. And what I know, Uncle Yori, is that when a time for something has come, nothing stops it. You see how he has been patient in spite of it will be his time, but something will happen, just the way the president himself became the president today. So these other ones that are struggling to collect funds, I think what they are trying to do is to crave for a space as deputy. But I will advise the deputy governor now not to take Jandor. He does not have a reliable character. I'm sorry to say, Uncle Yori, but that's my personal view. Let him search for a deputy that he knows he can work with, that will not be in rancor with him, that will not be stabbing him behind, and that will allow the continuity in Lagos to thrive.
Indeed.
We are proud. If you see how proud I am, the GAC, that Elders Council, I am praying that the council is able to outlive Aswaju.
Yeah.
What it is doing now, if Aswaju is no longer on earth, would they be able to continue it? Because it is a stabilizer for Lagos, and the economy of Lagos is growing today because of those arrangements. And I pray that they will succeed. Thank you.
Then. Thank you very much. MJ, how about, because you see, I don't know how time flies when we're talking. We've heard so much about Obafemi Hamzat, Dr. Hamzat, round peg in a round hole and all of that. But how about those, because I've been looking at, what are people going to say about this? I've been hearing that he's not even a Lagosian. Lagos for Lagosians, So again,
those who don't know history, they just talk. And when you come into the political space, vying for a position, is it today that they know he's not from Lagos? And even at that, it is the mom of his dad that is from Ogun. The mom of the dad. So the dad used the slot of the mom to become king in
Ogun State.
The father is from Lagos. What are they talking about?
Not very many know that.
Yes, that is the truth. They should go and find out. People should find out some of these things. And the people making this claim, how many of them are even from Lagos?
Exactly. Even though Lagos has been so accommodating, Lagos doesn't really care whether you are Igbo, whether you are
on this
Yoruba.
matter, me as a Lagosian now, because of course I've been in Lagos for more than 40 years.
That's why everybody calls themselves a Lagosian.
Yeah, I'm a Lagosian. So I will be. See, we are, as a journalist, as a columnist, I can say I am endorsing Hamzat. Let anybody come to my house and arrest me and convict me. And that is, see, it's a perfect fit for that job.
All right.
That's the truth.
Mr. Yakub in Dokwemo, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And good morning to our guest,
MJ.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Let me begin with when Mr. Mojid stopped.
Okay.
I think it is good for us in Lagos State and then in Nigeria by extension to make sure that history is part and parcel of our curriculum. Look at what Mr. Mojid just said now. A lot of people does not even believe or knows.
They don't know.
the father to deputy governor now in Lagos is from Lagos State. Look at what Majid just said, that his father used the slot that belonged to his mom to become the king in Ogun State. Some people believe that Obafemi Hamzat is not from Lagos State. Now, as
now they know.
They always say, I turned that to the life from the pit of hell now, and then the truth is now revealed. Now, having said that, Chief Jody, there's something that people don't
in fact, sorry, it's not the first time. My producer is actually saying into my ear that even look at Obateji Osho.
Yes.
Obateji Osho used the slot of his mom.
The mom.
So I don't know why, although it is our politics, and then everybody will be looking at the cards they wanted to play so that people will be believing them. But this card they play, that one is already dead on arrival. So I will say that if we already, another thing people don't know about Obafemi Hamzat is this. It is very so humble person. Because sometimes when he came to Morkas here in Agege, if we are looking at the man physically, you know this is a very humble person indeed. Because
he has a quiet mien.
Yeah, humility is part of the attributes that won him this seat.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
There was a time Obafemi Hamzat, I think it's your few or this morning. That day I was complaining about one street here in Dokpemu. Do you know what happened? The deputy governor beginning to tell me what I don't even know. Me that I'm staying in Dokpemu here. I was so how come? It's like this man has something that other people does not have. Between him and Fashola, I don't know who know Lagos more than each other. This guy knows Lagos in and out.
Yeah.
So I will say that again. The credibility of Obafemi Hamzat, it's the only person I've never heard that they have any skeleton in his cupboard and all that. And then for all the GAC, look at all the old woman and man that are endorsing this man. That should tell us a story, and then you should tell us something.
Well, elders. Let us leave it at elders as opposed to old men and women. What we get, wisdom, the words of our elders are words of wisdom.
Now, I think we should congratulate James Faleke too, who has been elevated to that prestigious Governance Advisory Council. I mean, the president approved that yesterday. He has done a good job. And for those who still are in doubt, I think it is Obafemi Hamzat that is the preferred and consensus candidate of the APC in Lagos. I mean, for the 2027 elections. I mean, at least the president has confirmed that. Those who are still saying Baba Otisoro, now Baba has Sokwe. It is Hamzat. And I think they should, I wish him the best of luck.
Indeed. Well, Majid, we're going to have to leave it here, but thank you very much, as always, when you come. And I was saying that we're going to be talking about in the next segment, we're going to be looking at Ekiti North senatorial aspirant, even though you said you're a Lagosian now.
I'm from Ekiti. But I'm a Lagosian.
But you are also deeply concerned with what goes on in Ekiti, right?
No, it's going to be tough, the primaries in Ekiti.
Okay.
Especially the House of Assembly. And even the House of Assembly and the Senate.
Okay.
We are watching, we are monitoring.
Let's find out all about that because our guest, Mr. Segun Ajibulu, APC Ekiti North senatorial aspirant, is indeed waiting for us at our Abuja studio. Thank you once again, Majid, for coming on.
Thank you.